Time is the most precious thing we have, yet it's the one thing we often waste without thinking twice. We spend it chasing approval, scrolling through meaningless distractions, and giving our energy to people and things that don't deserve it. But here's the truth: nobody is coming to save you from a wasted life. Nobody's going to hand you success on a silver platter or tell you when it's time to focus. That's your job. If you've been waiting for the perfect moment to start prioritizing yourself, let me tell you, it's now, not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Not when people finally start supporting you. Because the more time you waste, the more opportunities you lose. Life doesn't pause while you figure it out. Every day is a chance to move closer to the person you're meant to be, or to drift further away. This isn't about being selfish. It's about survival. It's about reclaiming the time and energy you've been pouring into things that don't serve your purpose. You have dreams, talents, and goals that demand your attention. And the only way to honor them is to focus on yourself and stop wasting time. So today we're going to talk about how to do just that. How to take back control of your time, your energy, and your life. It's not easy, but it's necessary. Because the clock is ticking, and you can't afford to waste another second. Time is the one thing in life you can never buy back. Every second that ticks by is a second gone forever. And yet so many of us treat it like it's infinite. Imagine if you treated your money the way you treat your time. Would you throw it out the window? Would you let anyone take it without permission? Of course not. But every time you procrastinate or spend hours doing something meaningless, you're spending your most precious currency recklessly. Think about how you spend your days. If someone were to audit your time, what would they find? Would they see you pouring hours into things that make you better, stronger, or wiser? Or would they find distractions, wasted moments, and missed opportunities? The way you spend your time reflects the value you place on your life. If you waste time, you waste life. Opportunities don't just come knocking every day. Sometimes they're small moments disguised as choices to spend an hour learning something new, working on your craft, or even resting when your body needs it. But you'll miss those moments if you don't realize how valuable your time is. You can't expect greatness if you don't invest your time wisely. Every person you admire, every success story you've ever heard, has one thing in common: they respected their time. They didn't let the clock run out while they were sitting around waiting for the perfect moment. They knew that time isn't something you find, it's something you make. And when you make time for the things that matter, life starts to align with your purpose. So, ask yourself, where is your time going? Are you spending it on things that add value to your life? Or are you letting it slip through your fingers? If you don't manage your time, someone else will. And trust me, they won't use it to build your dreams, they'll use it to build theirs. Focusing on yourself doesn't mean shutting out the world, it means tuning into what matters most. Success doesn't happen when you're chasing other people's approval or trying to live up to their expectations. It happens when you're rooted in your own vision, working on becoming the best version of yourself. Everything else is a distraction. When you focus on yourself, you start to see your potential in a way you never have before. You recognize your strengths and face your weaknesses head on. It's not about comparing yourself to others, it's about competing with who you were yesterday. The goal is growth, not perfection. And growth requires your undivided attention. People often mistake self-focus for selfishness, but nothing could be further from the truth. When you pour into yourself, your health, your skills, your mindset, you become someone who can give more to the world. You can't help others if your own foundation is weak. You have to fill your own cup before you can pour into anyone else's. It's also important to realize that self-focus isn't about isolation, it's about alignment. When you're focused, you attract the right people and opportunities into your life. The wrong people will fall away because they can't handle the version of you that's driven and disciplined. And that's okay, let them go. The right ones will understand your journey and support it. Focusing on yourself requires courage. It means saying no to things and people that don't align with your goals. It means prioritizing your own needs even when it's uncomfortable. But when you commit to putting yourself first, you'll find that everything else starts to fall into place. Distractions are everywhere. They come in the form of social media, endless scrolling, unnecessary drama, and even well-meaning friends who don't understand your goals. Every distraction is a thief. It steals your energy, your focus, and ultimately your success. If you want to achieve anything in life, You have to eliminate distractions with relentless determination. Start by identifying what's pulling your attention away. Is it your phone? Your environment? The people around you? You can't fix what you don't acknowledge. Once you know what's holding you back, it's time to take action. Set boundaries. Turn off notifications. Create a space where you can work without interruptions. Eliminating distractions isn't just about saying no to others, it's about saying yes to yourself. When you cut out the noise, you give yourself the gift of clarity. You can think deeply, work effectively, and focus on what truly matters. It's amazing what you can accomplish when you're not constantly being pulled in 100 different directions. But don't expect it to be easy. Distractions are tempting for a reason. They offer instant gratification. It's easier to scroll through your phone than to tackle a tough project. It's easier to gossip than to work on your goals. But the easy path never leads to greatness. You have to choose the harder, but more rewarding road. Finally, remember that eliminating distractions is an ongoing process. Life will always find ways to pull you off track, and it's your job to stay vigilant. Protect your focus like your life depends on it, because it does. Every moment you stay focused is a step closer to the life you want to live. Discipline is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. You can have all the talent in the world, but without discipline, it means nothing. Discipline isn't about motivation, it's about consistency. It's about showing up every single day, whether you feel like it or not, and doing the work that moves you forward. Think of discipline as a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. At first, it might feel uncomfortable. You might resist the structure and routine. But over time, discipline becomes a habit, and that habit becomes your greatest asset. It allows you to achieve things you never thought possible, simply because you refuse to give up. Discipline isn't just about big actions, it's about the small, consistent choices you make every day. It's waking up early to work on your goals even when you're tired. It's choosing to read a book instead of watching TV. It's sticking to your budget instead of spending impulsively. These little decisions compound over time, creating momentum that propels you towards success. But discipline also requires sacrifice. You can't say yes to everything and everyone if you want to stay committed to your path. There will be times when you have to miss out on fun, turn down opportunities that don't align with your goals, or walk away from people who don't respect your boundaries. These sacrifices aren't losses, they're investments in your future. Finally, discipline gives you freedom. It might sound like an irony, but the more disciplined you are, the more control you have over your life. You're no longer a victim of circumstances or fleeting emotions. You're in charge. And when you're in charge, nothing can stop you from turning your potential into results. Focusing on yourself and valuing your time is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Life doesn't slow down for anyone, and every second you spend on distractions or pleasing others is a second you steal from your own growth and purpose. The road to success isn't crowded because most people are too busy looking at others instead of looking within. When you focus on yourself, you reclaim your power. You learn to silence the noise, cut out the distractions, and make every moment count. It's not about being perfect, it's about being intentional. Every decision you make, every habit you build, shapes the life you live. So, take control. Stop waiting for someone to give you permission to live your best life. The only person who can do that is you. Focus on what matters and let the rest fall away. Your time is precious, treat it like it is. Because the life you've always dreamed of is waiting for you to start valuing yourself enough to go after it.